Hi, welcome to Buzz, Indiana's underground business voice. My name is Tony Sandlin. We are here live at Bar Louie's at Clay Terrace, and I have Tony Sandlin. Tony is here today to talk about SAMBA.
Samba, that's right.
Is that a dance? Are we going to dance today?
No, actually, it's not a dance. I do know how to samba, though, so
Okay.
that's one of the benefits. I met my wife, as you may or may not know.
No, I didn't.
Samba, a South American balloon adventure.
Okay.
We are taking 4 balloons with 4 trucks and 15 people across South America over 45 days.
Wow. I mean, what inspired this?
Me and a friend were talking when I was in Mexico last year about how cool it'd be to fly in South America. There's not very many hot air balloons down there, and I am a hot air balloon pilot. And so we talked about how it'd be neat to kind of try that adventure out.
Yeah.
There's 11 countries in South America, so we're going to try to fly once in every country.
Wow.
It's going to take about a year of planning. We're not planning this till next summer.
Wow.
We just hired an intern that's going to kind of be working with getting our visas and everything in place. We're going to start in Bogota. I'm going to Bogota in May to talk to the city officials there.
Wow.
And then we're going to work our way down the Pacific coast, down towards Chile, back across to Argentina, and then all the way back up towards Venezuela, maybe. I've heard there's a lot of problems in Venezuela right now.
Yeah, you got to be a little careful with Venezuela. He's not a big fan of us.
Absolutely.
The dictator there is not a big fan. So, what inspired this? I mean, you're like, we ought to do this because it'd be cool.
There's not very many balloons in South America. There's a few in Brazil, and there's a few in Peru.
Okay.
But in the smaller towns of South America, the kids and people there never see hot air balloons.
Okay.
So this is going to be a way. We're working. One of our sponsors is UNICEF.
Okay.
So UNICEF's going to be on board with us, and we got Canon's going to supply us with all the cameras. We got 2 video guys that are going to tape the entire thing. We're hoping to. We've got a meeting coming up with a couple TV places that might make a TV series out of it.
Yeah.
But
wow.
That's still to be find out if that happens or not. So it's going to be an exciting venture. My wife's not 100% on board with it yet. But we're working on it.
Because you have a young
yes, I do.
son right now.
I have a 3-year-old, so we'll work it out where they show up in the middle of the trip and come down and see us. But it'll be a fun, different type of adventure, something that's never been done before. There's never been balloons in every country of South America.
So I'm going to ask the classic Rainier question. What can I do to help you?
Well, one, we're just looking for people to follow us. Our website launches April 15th. And we kind of just want people to come on board and see what we're doing and follow our journey.
Okay.
We're going to go to every city prior to the adventure to meet with people. We're going to be YouTubing everything, doing video logs of everything, doing blogging. So we just kind of want people to follow us and see what's going on. It's going to be interesting. Even if you could care less about ballooning, just the people we're going to meet.
I think it's just cool that you guys, put this out there and you're making it happen.
That's what we're trying to do, and I think it'll be interesting. Working with UNICEF, so there's going to be a cause to it. So we're trying to come up with something along the lines of charity to make that work for UNICEF also. Okay.
So besides following you, anything else that we can do while we've got you on air?
We are going to be looking for sponsors that one want some national media attention, and 2 that may have some business interest in South America. Maybe kind of a far-fetched thing to mention here, but you never know who knows somebody.
Yeah. I mean, get it on the internet and get the it's we have 1,500 people that they probably we actually I met 4 or 5 people last weekend at a conference that I was at from South America.
Oh, okay.
And they're all personal development speaker types. So the kind of people that make stuff happen. We ought to see if we can make some connections there.
Absolutely.
You never know, right?
That'd be great.
So it's 4 balloons, 4 trucks, 5 pilots, 12 crews, 2 camera crews, 11 country, 45 days.
That's it. That's the plan.
And this came from how many beers?
A couple Mexican beers when I was in Leon, Mexico last year. That's kind of where it started, and talked to my business partner about it. We've actually found the first sponsor that's kind of helping with the seed money, if you will, to get things going.
Now, Tony, I'm just give you a little background on Tony. Tony is what I would call a serial entrepreneur, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you've been in the game. How many businesses now? Or have we?
This kind of goes along. I'm involved in another business called Aero Tower America. We're building a balloon tower, hopefully in Indianapolis. We're looking for a location, and we are building one in Panama next to the Panama Canal. So I've been down in Panama every month for the last 3 months, and that's where I've met a lot of people that are
now balloon tower. I mean, I don't think everybody out there knows what a balloon tower is.
It's basically a balloon that'll take 20 people up at a time, 300 feet in the air, and it's in a tower because balloons have wind restrictions, and inside this tower there'll be no wind restrictions. We can fly in 50-mile-an-hour winds.
So
that's the reason we call it a balloon tower, so it can operate all the time. And in Panama City, Panama, they have a lot of afternoon winds, but with this tower, we'll be able to operate all the time.
So the idea is they get a great view and a ride to see everything that is in Panama.
Right. And Panama is going to cost $4. In Indianapolis, it might be $5 or $6. So very affordable compared to a regular hot air balloon ride.
And it just goes up and down all day.
Just goes up and down, but the balloon spins as you go up, spins while you're up there and back down.
So it's like it's like being the top of a very tall building.
Except being in a basket, actually moving with the wind.
Okay. Wow.
We will be having a big party there for Rainmakers once we get the one open in Indianapolis. So hopefully we can get that done. We are looking for a location for that right now.
So there are a lot of people out there, Tony, and I'm just going to try to wrap up this message because this is a little bit unique to you, and this is kind of a like no other buzz show we've done. There are people out there that are in transition, they've been displaced. They're maybe they've had their business has handed them a glass of, a couple lemons, and they're trying to figure out what to do next. And one of the things that I think they stopped doing, and I think you're an example of this, and one of the reasons I'm most proud of you is they stopped thinking big. They give up their dreams because they've their cash flow sucks, or their sales aren't to where they want to be, or they just stop thinking big. Can you comment on that?
Well, I think you got to think out of the box, if you will. I've always thought pretty small. I've done some small businesses just in Indianapolis, and that's okay. But if you think bigger, there's people that want to be involved in bigger things but don't want to do the work of it. So they're looking for those people that are motivated, that'll do the grunt work, if you will, that'll put the money into it. But you got to keep motivated. Don't give up your passion. I always thought that hot air ballooning was going to be a very part-time thing, and now I found a way to make it a full-time thing by these projects I'm working on. So just kind of keep going for what you enjoy.
Your vocation, make your vacation your vocation.
Absolutely.
And I'll just sum that up. I talked to my dad 7 years ago, and I had been through 3 careers inside 2 years. And my dad says, well, what do you love to do? And I said, well, I really like this networking thing, and I don't know how to make any money on it. And I said, he goes, well, could you charge for what you're doing now? And I said, I don't think people will pay for it. And I got the courage, and I was forced into it because like many of us are, right?
Yep,
I was forced into it because I got laid off, and I charged for the first event. And and this month we'll do 2,000 people this month at our events, and we will have over 100 new members this month, and we employ 3 people, and we make a lot of good connections for people, and there's a lot of success stories like Tony in the membership. And I just if you're out there right now and you're struggling, and you've had I think the message earlier today was that pain is inevitable. Absolutely. But misery is a choice. So if you understand that yes, you may be hurting right now, but it is your choice whether or not to think big and to move on and go and to go aggressively at your dreams. I congratulate you for doing that, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Tony Sandlin, Samba, you've seen it here on The Buzz.